The Daily Times. The annals of Nigerian history. The establishment of the Daily Times in 1926 marked a watershed moment, rounding the dawn of modern journalism in the country. As Nigeria's first newspaper, the Daily Times played a pivotal role in shaping public discourse, informing the citizenry, and fostering a culture of accountability and transparency in the governance. Founded by Nigerian and British interests, the Nigerian Printing and Publishing Company, publishers of Daily Times, was incorporated on 6th June 1925 by Richard Barrow, Adeyemo Alakija, Ria Orubon, and others. They printed the first copy as the Nigerian Daily Times on 1st June 1926. Alakija was an African barrister, while the other founders represented European interest groups in the Lagos Chamber of Commerce. The company resolved to acquire the African Messenger published by Ernest Ikoli and take over the publication of Utah's News Bulletin to service the business community. Ernest Ikoli was the first editor and Alakija was chairman of the board. Alakija and Ikoli became involved with the nationalist Nigerian youth movement. Later, Ikoli became a member of the Legislative Council in 1941, while Alakija was appointed to the Governor's Executive Council in 1943. Daily Times was initially created to serve the expatriate community in Lagos due to the Europeans in Lagos. However, it quickly evolved into a critical platform for local news and views, reflecting the aspirations and concerns of the burgeoning Nigerian society under colonial rule. The newspaper's early editions were a blend of local and international news, economic reports, and social commentary, aimed at the readership hungry for information and analysis. Throughout the pre-independence era, the Daily Times distinguished itself with rigorous reporting and fearless journalism. It became a voice for the people, unafraid to criticize colonial authorities and advocate for self-governance. The newspaper's editorial stance often mirrored the nationalist sentiment sweeping across Nigeria, contributing significantly to the country's independence movement. After Nigeria gained independence in 1960, the Daily Times continues to be a major force in the media landscape. It chronicles the nation's journey through its early years of self-rule, the tumultuous military coups, and the eventual return to civilian governance. The newspaper's comprehensive coverage and in-depth analysis provided Nigerians with critical insights into the political and socio-economic development of the country. The Daily Times faced numerous challenges over the decades, including government censorship, economic difficulties, and competition from other media outlets. Despite these hurdles, it remained a respected institution, renowned for its commitment to journalistic integrity and public service. The newspaper's ability to adapt to changing times while maintaining its core values underscored its resilience and enduring relevance. The legacy of the Daily Times is profound, as Nigeria's first newspaper. It set the standard for journalistic excellence and have become a training ground for many of the country's leading journalists and media practitioners. Its role in shaping public opinion, advocating for democratic principles, and holding power to account remains a benchmark for contemporary Nigerian media. In the face of technological advancements, the Daily Times embraced modernization to stay relevant. It transitioned from traditional print to digital platforms, expanding its reach to a global audience. The digital era allowed the newspaper to engage with readers through social media, interactive content, and real-time news updates, further solidifying its presence in the modern media landscape. The Daily Times has also played a significant role in the training and development of journalists in Nigeria. It has provided numerous opportunities for aspiring journalists to hone their skills through internships, mentorship programs, and professional training. Many of Nigeria's prominent journalists and media professionals started their careers at Daily Times, benefiting from its rich legacy of journalistic excellence. Journalists like Dedegiwa, Onyema Igochukwu, Tony Momo, Hussein Muhammad Ali, Alhaji Ismail Babatunde Jos, and many other more. The Daily Times stands as a testament to the power of the press in nation building. Its storied history reflects the broader narrative of Nigeria's journey towards independence, democracy, and development. As the media landscape continues to evolve in the digital age, the pioneering spirit of the Daily Times serves as an inspiration for future generations committed to the principles of truth, justice, and the public good. From its inception in 1926 to its current status as a digital powerhouse, the Daily Times remains a beacon of Nigerians' media heritage. Its unwavering dedication to truth and accountability has not only informed generations of Nigerians, but also contributed significantly to the nation's progress and democratic maturity. The paper went into decline after it was purchased by the government in 1975. What was left was sold to a private investor in 2004. Folio Communications Limited officially assumed the ownership of the Daily Times of Nigerian plc on September 3, 2004, after a colorful handover ceremony that was televised. But that didn't bring the paper back to its power because it wasn't as authentic as it was back in the days, though they are still operating to date.